Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today we are back with a speed build. And if you couldn't guess from the title, this is Ryan's house. This house was very difficult for me to build. It took me several hours to even think of a plan on how to build it. I ended up having to sketch out my idea of a floor plan, which for the most part worked out. There's a lot of empty space in the back of the house that I couldn't get rid of because it would make the upstairs smaller, which wasn't really an option because the bedrooms were already so small. And my initial idea that I had mapped out didn't work out the way I thought it would, so I ended up changing the floor plan from the original sketch, but that's fine. I came up with an idea of whose rooms are whose. Mainly the ones on the end with their own bathroom. That room belongs to Ryan's cousins Donnie and Marie, and they actually don't live at home anymore. Story-wise, Donnie is a Marine, so he is away, and Marie is at university college to become an elementary school teacher. So those rooms are there just in case they, come to visit or whatever. And then there's the room. So there's a room and there's a bathroom right next to it and a bathroom across from it, and that one is Orion's, and then the other ones go to the other children. It was just, oh god, this house, it was so hard to figure out. And a lot of the inspiration for the floor plan is actually from my aunt's house. One of my aunts, she lives like forever away from here. And she has it's not a super large house in the idea of a super large house. It just has a lot of bedrooms because actually, this family is really inspired off of her. She is, her and her husband have 7 children together. And yeah, so that's where the inspiration for this house came, and the idea of the family mainly came from my experiences with that family. And then yeah, so I was just going around and I was trying to color coordinate rooms to make sure I had everyone's rooms because this floor plan was so challenging for me. I stopped several times to make sure that I had the right amount of rooms because several times I didn't know what was going on anymore. I couldn't figure out the rooms. So first thing I decorated was all the bathrooms, because that's just the easiest place. And I was like, okay, I'll start with the bathrooms, and then once I have the bathrooms down, then I will have figured out what I want to do with the rest of this house, because I'll have an idea of where I'm going, and then it'll finally happen. So I just had to break down. I thought about it. So it's Wednesday. Well, actually it's 3 a.m., so it's Thursday, the day this is going up. But I recorded this at 7 p.m. Wednesday night, and the whole time I sat there for maybe an hour beforehand talking to my boyfriend and a friend of ours, and it was crazy. I didn't know what I was doing, and it was nice to finally figure it out, and it's nice to it's like I had this weight of needing to know what this whole house would look like, and I finally figured it out. So it's nice to finally relax my brain of that whole situation. It was crazy, but it was fun. I really enjoyed it. It brought back memories of my real life family and how I could play in this house. Now, actually, technically, the size of the family that lives in this house wouldn't actually work in Sims, because there is Ryan's aunt and uncle. Okay, so Ryan's aunt and uncle are named Mara, Lynn, and Dylan. So that's 2. And then they have 7 children altogether. So that's 9 plus him is 10. You can't have 10 people in a house. And this whole bedroom right here, ignore it. Okay, except for like the curtains. I realized, so the problem is because of the like age range of the kids, all of them will be like children, even though they're all different aged. But I made the twins' room with toddler stuff, not even thinking about the fact that in the story they are 6 years old. And I guess I could have left it like this was like when they were little, and but I wanted it to be like the real thing, like as current as possible. So I sat there and I did that. And I was decorating the rooms, and all of a sudden it hit me that Joey and Jackie are actually kids. They are 6 years old, and I love them so much. So much. So Marlon is the aunt, Dylan is the uncle, and then there's Ryan, and then his cousins are Donnie, who is a Marine, Marie, who is becoming a teacher, Alana, and her, it's not in the story. I have this down, but it's not in the story. It's not like really been discussed between his family, but I had it there just in case it came up. But Alana wants to become a vet. That's kind of like what she wants to do. Marcus, Alana is 16, by the way. Donnie is 21. Marie is 19. Marcus is 14, and he right now thinks he wants to be a doctor. Penny is 13. My idea for Penny is that she is a very introvert person and just kind of to herself, and she really enjoys baking. So she wants to become a baker. Right now, Joey, being a little 6-year-old, I thought of what are typical careers that little kids think of, and I thought of firefighter. So I thought Joey would want to be a little firefighter. And I decided that for Jackie, she wouldn't really know. Like, that wasn't really something that she thought about yet. She just wanted to play and be a kid and wasn't really sure yet, which is fine. You don't have to decide at 6 years old what it is, what your career is going to be. But decorating the upstairs was fun. Once it was finally, I feel like I enjoyed it more once it was finally done, because I just couldn't figure out what was going on. Ryan's room really bugged me at first because, like you saw, it was the one where the queen bed was pushed up against the wall, and it was pretty much like the main, well, not really the main room I worked on, but it was difficult. Like, at first I was building it and I was like, this seems like so girly and not him. But then I thought, maybe it was kind of like a situation where I feel like he's, like, even though he's been part of the family since he was, like, 5 years old, he still has this sense of, all these kids come first because they're, like, his aunt and uncles, and he's, like, just, like, their nephew. And so, it was kind of like, how Mara would want to put it up, and he let Mara help decide what went where and how to decorate it. For this formal living that I put in, I only put that coffee table in so I could put in gnomes, because I saw the gnomes and I was like, they just have to be there. I have to put the gnomes in. So that's the only reason the coffee table's there. I'd probably get rid of it to play in it. I don't know how well you can play in this house. I haven't even tested it with anyone. I just kind of put it together how I liked it. And obviously, make changes if we need. And I put this table down, and I realized that this table only sat 8 people. So I had to do a little bit of a cheat sheet there, and put 2 tables together to make it a 10-seater. So that, like, if the whole family was there, and they could all sit at the table. And for the kitchen, I was kind of surprised that I did the kitchen, like, pretty much last. Besides, like, last on the inside, pretty much. Otherwise, next is the outside. But I did the kitchen last, and it kind of drove me crazy because, like, I'd already put the dining room in, and so it was, like, kind of restricting the kitchen. And I didn't really want to move it too much. But I like it. It's cute. And I really, really like this house. I love how big it is. And then this little corner room was just like, so it's supposed to be a pantry. And in my aunt and uncle's house, it's a pantry and a washer dryer. They have 2 washers and dryers in their house because of how many kids they have. And it's like the entryway, which goes into their bathroom, which then leads into a laundry room. And then there's a washer and dryer in the pantry in the kitchen. So that you can do multiple loads at once because there are so many people. And then the roof, I had no idea what I was doing. The roof, I just kind of put it there. I'm still not good at roofs. I don't know what to do when it's a giant box. And so I did that. And then I made them a little driveway. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it at first. And then I did. I just put out some cars. Sorry, I was yawning. Whew. It is way past bedtime. But I put the cars down. Just kind of show, everyone kind of has a car because they have to go so many places because there are so many of them. And Alana is getting ready to be old enough to drive. So out there would be, well, at 16, she would be able to drive. Where I live, it would be restricted, so she could only be out till like 11. But that's just where I live. I don't know if that's for everyone. But so there's one for Dylan to take his job. He's a CEO of something. I haven't really decided what CEO he is. He's just part of this big company, and he's high up on the food chain. That's all I've decided. I don't know what company I've thought, and like my friends and my boyfriend are giving me suggestions like, oh, Verizon or Samsung or something like that, and I'm just like, I'll just leave it blank. We haven't really gone over that. I'll just leave it. And I gave him a pool. In the book, they actually have a trampoline, but there's no trampolines in this. So that I gave him a pool instead in The Sims. So, but we are to the end of this video, and I don't think I went over everyone, but that's fine. Everything is fine. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. In the end, I really enjoyed making it. It was just getting started. That was the hardest part. Getting started building this was the hardest thing I've done. Trying with all of, like, even with Avril's house. Like, Avril's house, I had this image. Every time that I write a scene with her in her house, I, like, knew what it looked like. And, like, I feel like the Sims build wasn't quite what I envisioned, but it was close enough to what I was thinking of at the time, and for, like, the first time really trying to build it. So, but yeah. But if you enjoyed it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment if you would like, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!